Hi guys, today I'm going to bring you a little 30 Seconds to Mars. The track is called This Is War. I think it was released last week, or this week, earlier this week. One of my students asked for it, so I thought it was a good little tune. So here we go. What I usually do, if you've ever seen one of my videos before, is I usually kind of explain each section of the song, show you how to play it, and then I play it at the end of the video, so you can see how all the parts go together. This one I'll do something a little different, because of the way this song's kind of structured. There's quite a few little niggly bits in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play each section first, then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to show you how to play that section, and then at the end I'll play the whole track. So the first section we're going to do is tuning. I was nearly going to do the intro, but we need to talk about tuning. The tuning on this is a semitone down, all strings, and I can already hear the groans the world over, because everybody hates tuning down a semitone to play one song. It's a real pain. You can do it without tuning down a semitone, but I've seen them play it live, and they do tune it down. So the first note I'm going to give you is top E flat. Then a B flat. Then a G flat. Then a D flat. Then A flat. And then E flat again. Okay, also what I'm using is a little bit of delay on the intro. The delay pedal I'm using is the TC Electronics Nova Repeater. I've got a video, an earlier video that shows you my live setup, and I'm using that. Okay, so the intro, as I said, it's got a touch of delay, not too much, just a few little repeats. It starts off on a top E note, or an E note, which can be found at the 7th fret on the A string. The second note is a B note, which is, if you're used to playing power chords, just the notes of an E power chord played separately. So it's E to B, and it's G, and it's up to an A note, which G is on the 3rd fret on the low E string, and the A note is on the 7th fret on the D, and it's a C, 3rd fret on the A string, to a G, 5th fret on the D string, then it's to an open A, then it's to a high E on the 9th fret on the G string. So that whole riff played slowly. That's the first time round. The second time round it does exactly the same thing, but instead of going to the A, go to the D, 5th fret on the 7th, 5th fret on the 5th string, then up to an A, 7th fret on the 4th string. So the whole riff, both times round, slowly. little bit quicker. That's the first bit. And the next section is kind of like the build up to the chorus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the two parts. So if you're playing along in a band or something and you want one guitarist to do one thing and another guitarist to do another thing, I'm going to show you the two parts. I'll start off with the chords. When it does the build, it's just a C chord up to a D. So I'll play you that bit now and you can see what I mean. So what that is just a C power chord up to a D power chord. It's nice and simple. The C chord can be found, the first note is the 3rd fret on the A string, or the 5th string. Then you have a G note, and then another C note. Okay, I'll get it eventually. So it's C, G, C. 3rd fret on the 5th string, 5th fret on the 4th string, 5th fret on the 3rd string. And the next chord is a D, so you just move everything 2 frets up. That's simple, and you keep doing that, repeat that until the chorus comes in. Now the second guitar part, bit of delay again for this. It starts off on the 12th fret on the 3rd string, or the G string, pedals back to the 11th fret, or the F sharp, on the same string, and it just goes between those two notes. Again, repeat that until the chorus. So I'll just play that section, the little pick bit, along with the track, and so you can see how it's played. Now the next bit, the chorus. This bit's cool. The first section I'm going to show you is, again with a bit of delay. It's kind of the main. It sounds like a keyboard, but we're going to play it on guitar because we can. It's a beautiful thing about guitars. It starts off on the 12th fret on the G string, or the 3rd string, and then goes up to the 15th fret on the B string, or the 2nd string. This note at the top, this D note, doesn't move at all, and the low note pedals around it. So, what that is, you move the bottom note down to the 11th fret, then you move it down to the 14th fret on the D string, 12th fret on the D string, and the last note of the whole pattern is the 12th fret on the B string, which is a B. So that whole chorus, the first time round, sounds something like this. And the second time round, it does a little bend. So it does exactly the same thing, but when you get to the end, it does a little bend on the 14th fret on the G string. So what I'll do now is I'll play the chorus so you can see how everything goes together. So that was the chorus. It goes into the next goes into the second verse, which is exactly the same as the first verse. Then you've got the build-up, and then another chorus. The last chorus, or this chorus coming up now, is slightly different. Instead of doing the little bend at the end, it just holds 2 notes, and it goes into the breakdown. So what I'll do is I'll play the last chorus, and then I'll explain what's going on there. Second chorus. So what it does there, on the very last time, from that last note, I play the 14th fret on the G string and the 15th fret on the B string. If there's a guitarist who's playing the guitar and singing at the same time, doing this little... it's going to be quite tricky. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you a little octave pattern which will work over this chorus. It'll sound really cool. So what I'll do is I'll play the chorus again, this time doing another guitar part.